Why is there people over there? And what's that giant thing as well? Jesus Christ. $1:51. Can't believe it's that time. Well, so dark tonight. It's very, very dark. At least there's the stars. I can look up and see. Wait, that's not a tower. Oh crap. Hello everyone, Max Danger here, and today is is basically the review of Oppenheimer. Right, so straight off the bat, I'm back doing these, so yeah. And obviously this review of Oppenheimer, I think, because it's 3 hours long, so I didn't know if it was going to be worth watching the 3-hour film. And then I got into it, because with me, I like true story films. And what Christopher Nolan has done with this film amazes me. It is something brilliant. And I think, all the people in it did a fantastic job of the characters on this true story of the atomic bomb and for the actual person, Oppenheimer. And, it's very intense because it makes you wonder how someone can have that type of power to do a test, then let it all out, and for him to go through all the consequences right afterwards. And I know I'm not going into the politics side of it, because I would never go in deep in massively the darker side of it, but the film in general, I think it is a really good take on Oppenheimer and on what happened. And before seeing it, I was a little skeptical at first. Just bear with me, guys, I've got the hiccups today, so just bear with me just for this video, and then the other videos will be fine. That's me. Yeah, so basically, number one, character wise, I like the character choice. And it did well actually in terms of acting. Robert Downey Jr., you had Emily Blunt, you had Matt Damon, then you had Rami Malek. You had a really good cast, and they had a really good role in what they had in it for the true story of how it all unfolded and what happened afterwards. It's amazing. It's amazing how the acting really does in this film. And I will say the music score, absolutely brilliant. And, it's very satisfying, the music, because they're really building up the Trinity test. And obviously, I know everyone will be getting into this thinking it's going to be a lot of important stuff, it is, but at the same time it's a true story thing about what actually happened. And I think honestly, I think this is probably the best film I've seen this year. And I'm gonna stand by that. I think that this film I actually enjoyed. I know it's like 3 hours long and it's like a very, very long film. But, however, acting was brilliant. The music score, phenomenal. And then, like, obviously the only nitpick was probably just like, pacing. Like, obviously the pacing on the first half, it is slow from time to time, but obviously that's just like, because it's only the beginning part, and obviously everything was running only a little bit like all over the place at first. But obviously like the whole beginning part, understandable. But other than that, like around about like the third act, that's when I think everything, the whole film gets tense, it gets real, and it gets you pumped and everything. Because as soon as they do it, they get everything sorted with it. It just works. And again, I'm not going into the politics part, but I liked the fact, with the filming shots, like I liked all the camera shots and stuff. I liked how the cinematography was handled. And again, this is like coming from me, which I'm gonna be like this more often in reviews. Like I'm gonna be more open with more opinions on the extra little things and stuff now. So if you see me like doing these, then fair enough. And obviously it's so you know what I think on everything else. One thing is that this film really does really good, and because obviously it's a true story. It's not like those type of films where it's like every type of true story film where they do like the same formula. This one, however, has a different formula in a way where it's like you're witnessing it in the cinema. I think that's obviously because like because I saw this at IMAX, and obviously because everything was filmed in IMAX. Actually, the film, like everything they used, bless me, was in IMAX. And obviously, like, but other than that, like, a brilliant film. And I know this may be, one of those videos where it's like quick or not as fast a review, just because obviously I got hiccups today, so I'm gonna try and make this one come out as soon as possible, because I know I have been, more clear in my head about stuff, and now I'm happy to upload this. And then, and then later on, these will be seeing me back to my old self doing reviews and different things, just obviously with a bunch of new friends and a bunch more people on video, etc., etc. But yeah, this film was really good. Like, final verdict. Obviously, one thing I will say about this is that everything was perfect, but obviously not every single part was perfect. Obviously, the only thing, as I said, was just the pacing on like the first act of the film, because it dives so slow. Obviously, it's because obviously they're going on about stuff that quickly already, but then obviously they fully explain it later on the third act a bit more in depth. And I think that's what I meant by the pacing, was because obviously like obviously I'm not going into spoiler territory. I might do like a different stuff in terms, because again I'm going to do another change in terms of reviews, because if you see anything like in terms of reviews I might do and might not, I'll do them. And obviously danger reviews, but obviously but final verdict of this film, I'm gonna have to say 10 out of 10. And I know, like, I might get a little criticism for that. Just obviously, again, as I said about pacing, but other than the pacing thing, everything else just hit with me. Like, it was just like that type of a true story film that you really get into, and you actually question, you know, if that would ever happen again, especially in today's world with like what's happening with like nuclear weapons and whatnot. But it does make you question after when you see it. Like, you do have that kind of like moment when you walk out going, oh god, wonder what would have been like right now if that ever happened. And you know, it's actually a scary thing and a scary topic, but obviously I'm not gonna scare you with that. But other than that, yeah, yeah, literally, guys. But yeah, no, I hope you actually enjoyed this review. Yeah, but that's me. And be looking forward to me doing the review on Secret Invasion, which, Jesus Christ, I'll do it quick. I'm going to do a max review, but it's going to be half good, half bad. But other than that, I am going to end the video here, guys. See you in the next video.